Hi everyone, so today I wanted to make a video discussing what I would have in a minimal summer makeup bag. And I do my makeup like this pretty much all year long, but there are certain things that I incorporate into my routine, like certain techniques or certain products that are specific for summer, because I do love an earthy toned, bronzy, terracotta, hints of peach and gold, and just like super dewy, glowy, juicy skin. Like that's just like my favorite thing. So yeah, let's just get into the look and discuss these products. So let me know in the comments down below if you're interested in more summer makeup, like almost ranking or comparison videos. Like I was thinking about doing like a lip tint and lip gloss video, and I was thinking about doing all of my favorite cream blushes for summer, like my huge collection of like terracotta and kind of warm beigey nudes that I love in the summertime. But yeah, so just let me know if that's something you would be interested in. So after I do my initial skincare routine, I always follow up with a SPF. And this is the Roche Posay Anthelios Melt and Milk Sunscreen. It's fast absorbing. It has this velvety, dewy finish. It's fragrance free. And it's for the body and the face. And it's such an like a cosmetically elegant formula. Has antioxidants. It says it's UVA and UVB protection. Tested on sensitive skin, it's fragrance free, and it's water resistant for 80 minutes. This is such a cosmetically elegant formula, and it wears so beautifully under makeup. Depending on the sunscreen, I like to wait about 5 to 10 minutes before I start my makeup application to make sure it's really sunk into my skin and that my skin is ready to receive more product on top of it, because some sunscreens, while they are cosmetically elegant, they can cause your makeup to kind of pill or sit weird. And you want to avoid that in the summer because you don't want your face to feel heavy in any sort of way, especially when it's hot and humid and you're sweaty. So yeah, I like to wait about 5 to 10 minutes, but this one, it sits so beautifully under makeup. A lot of times in the summer, I do prefer to just have my sunscreen and then I go in with a concealer all over the face, and like that's pretty much my base on a day-to-day, especially in the hotter months like end of July into August and part of September usually. But if I have to do like a full face of makeup, or if I'm having a little bit more of like a bad skin day where I need a little bit more coverage, my favorite base is the Nars Tinted Moisturizer mixed with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I wear the shade Alaska, which is light 2 in the Nars in the summertime. It's this beautiful kind of neutral golden undertone that matches me perfect once I start getting more color to my skin. And then my summertime shade that I really like, because not only will it match my skin if I spread it out, but it'll also highlight if I need it to do that. And that's the shade 3 in the Charlotte Tilbury. Them mixed together just makes the most beautiful glowy base that provides coverage, but not too much coverage. It's never cakey. It doesn't cling to dry spots. It's just such a beautiful combination. And honestly, like you can just walk out the door and you'd be good to go. So cream products are my favorite products ever, and so I really stick to cream products just kind of all year round. It's not really like an exclusively summertime thing for me, but something I really like to incorporate into my base routine in the summertime is kind of busting out my Drunk Elephant D-Bronzi drops. Now this is the old packaging. I think it is in more of like a rectangle packaging now, but this is the old one with the little pump. And so I like to use this in a multitude of different ways. I like to mix this with my moisturizer on the no makeup days that you have in the summer, or just no makeup days in general. Mix it with my moisturizer to just give myself like a little bit of a tint. Or a foundation wearer, you can pump a little drop of this into your foundation to make it darker and match you better in the summer. There's just like a multitude of different ways that you can use this, but one of my favorite ways to use this is to mix it with a little bit of a concealer or my tinted moisturizer that I'm using, and make kind of like a custom bronzer shade that's super natural, and it just melts into the skin. Like this just adheres and becomes one. It looks like it's just part of like your base, if that makes sense. Like since you're using the same base product that you have all over your face, it just melts together, it doesn't clash, and it just looks so like effortless and natural. Like it's just such a beautiful product to mix in with things. It does have a slight shimmer to it, but you can do this technique with any liquid bronzer. I know that Jones Road came out with one. I think that there's one by Iconic London. Like there's a multitude of different products. If you have this kind of product in your collection, you could totally do this technique. And it's one of my favorite ways to kind of lightly bronze the skin, but not really look like I'm all done up in the summertime. Staying on the Nars train, my favorite concealer in the summer is hands down the Nars Soft Matte Concealer. I wear the shade Café con Leche all year round. And in the summertime, that's more of a brightening color for me. But then as I get more tan, I do like the iconic shade Custard that everybody used years back. It spreads so evenly onto the skin, especially when you are a little bit more oily, or if you have emollient products underneath. It's not going to pill, it's not going to stick to any dry patches. It's really high coverage, but you can thin it out to put it all over the face in a very natural, elegant way. It's just a kind of a ride or die for me. I just love this concealer so much. Okay, and blush. Of course I'm gonna be talking about Nudestix Sunkissed. I think this is my favorite blush of all time, and especially in the summer. It's actually marketed as a bronzer on Nudestix. It's considered like a matte, one of their matte bronzers. But for me, I think it's like the perfect like kiss of like summertime, bronzy terracotta. Just literally like what the name says is Sunkissed. Like you just look very healthy when you wear, like, at least with my skin tone, like this looks so good. It's one of my favorite blushes ever. It's matte, but it doesn't look like flat or anything. It really molds to the skin, it sinks in, it blends out beautifully. It's such an elegant formula, and it takes to product on top of it really well. Like even though it's matte, it doesn't fight against any sort of like dewy base or dewy highlighters that you may put on top of it. It's just so great. It's my favorite blush ever. So in the summertime, like, well, I guess I should say all year long, I'm not really like an eyeshadow palette person. I really do love a nice one and done eyeshadow. I am. And if you're curious about one and done eyeshadows, I will link my one and done eyeshadow video down below. One of my favorite eyeshadows to wear in the summer, and it's just not exclusively this, but if I was to pack a bag, like if I was traveling, I would probably pack this one, and this is the Roen Summer Disco. So the Roen Summer Disco is a little bit different than the rest of their formulas. So the Roen Eyeshadow Quad, those are a very emollient, creamy, glittery eyeshadow. Now this one is just as glittery, but it's a little bit different because it is a pressed pigment. It has this nice wash of burnt peach all over the lid for the base, and then it has these little glitters that are different sizes that just reflect light in such a beautiful way. It's not as kind of like glittery as like the regular disco eye, but the summer disco eye is much more appropriate for like daytime wear, for a very just like a light makeup look. Like it's just such a nice product, and it's so easy, and it's not messy or ooey or gooey or anything like that. It's just such a nice single eyeshadow to have. So in the summer, if you are kind of like a sweaty gal like me, you want something that's gonna withstand either watery eyes because of allergies and or sweat, and or you know, just like a very like resistant type of formula. And so I don't like wearing waterproof because I have really thick and long eyelashes, so it's important for me to be able to get all of the product out of my eyelashes and it not take a half hour. You know what I mean? So something I've been really loving and I've just been kind of using every day, and I find that it doesn't flake, it doesn't smudge, it's easy to take off when I say I want to take it off, and it's the Merit Clean Lash Mascara. I just think that you can make this look really like natural and fluttery, or you can build it up to be very voluminous. It's just such a nice mascara that I think a lot of people would like no matter what their eyelash type is. Whether you have little or sparse eyelashes, whether they're really straight, or if they're really long and thick and curly like like mine. One of my favorite lip liners to use in the summer is MAC Stripdown. It's this really beautiful, warm leaning nude that I think is kind of an iconic shade. Like a lot of people love Stripdown. And it's just really long wearing. It spreads easily. Like you can wear it by itself and it's a really beautiful color. And it's just neutral enough that you can wear it with a cooler lip color over top of it. A clear gloss looks really beautiful. You can wear reds over it in a very beautiful way. Like it's just a really versatile lip liner. So all year long, I'm also a clear gloss girly, but especially in the summer, I love a lip liner with a clear gloss. So a newer product in my collection that I've been loving is the Kosas Wet Lip Oil. And I have this in their kind of clear pinky iridescent shade. I mean, it goes on clear, but it looks like it's pink in the tube, but it's called Jellyfish. And this is a really pleasant, comfortable lip gloss. It doesn't really feel like an oil, like it's definitely glossy. It has this really nice kind of lemon dessert kind of smelling, not lemon as in like sour, but lemon as in like a lemon vanilla muffin kind of scent and taste. It's very, very pleasant. And while the Tower 28 lip jelly is my favorite clear lip gloss, this one has a much better like taste to it, because the Tower 28 doesn't really have like a taste, but it also doesn't not have a taste. But it's not, it just kind of tastes like makeup. Like it doesn't taste like a nice flavor. This one's flavor is really nice. Wears pretty long for a lip gloss. It's really conditioning. It's just like a really nice product. And it's taken me forever to try this. These have been out for a pretty long time and I'm really enjoying it. So another product that you could incorporate into your summer makeup bag is this beautiful quad by Leche and Rouje. This is in the Color Story Signature. And so it's this beautiful red, mauve, berry, and kind of like a mauvey brown. It's marketed as a lip palette, but I like to use it as a lip product and a blush product because it sits on the cheeks in such a beautiful way. I'll also link down below me testing new Fancy French makeup so you can see it used in both ways. But today I'm just going to use it on my lips, and I took the kind of berry shade mixed with a little bit of the red, and they're just so powdery, but not in like a drying way. They're powdery in a way where they really adhere to the skin, and then they spread out like velvet, but they still feel like a cream. It's such an elegant formula, and I highly recommend this for summertime. What's really nice about the combination of all of these products for summertime is you can stop at any point in this makeup routine that I'm showing you, and it would be a completed, minimal, like easy look. If you are into really glassy, juicy skin, then this next product might be for you, and this is the Kevyn Aucoin Glass Glow Face. Now, this product is not for everybody. This is very editorial. This is very much so ooey gooey, sticky tacky, like you swish your hair and it's gonna stick into it. Like anything in the air is gonna stick into it. It's very gooey. So I have this in the shade Solar Quartz, and you just need the most teeny tiniest little bit of this. You can definitely go overboard and overwhelm your skin with this product, but once it's applied, I just take like a little pin size, and I just mush my fingers together and tap it onto the highest points of my face until it's completely absorbed into the skin. And sometimes I even take my sponge that I used and just dab on top of it just to make sure it's really melted into the skin, so there's no like excess tackiness, you know what I'm saying? But once you like really get this product down, it creates such a beautiful finish to the skin, and it's so glass-like and beautiful. It's so elegant looking. But yeah, this is not for everybody. If you're not into like, I don't even want to say a balmy formula, like this is like a glitter goo product. Like it's 100% glitter goo. Like it's just ooey gooey. But I really love it in the summertime just to elevate the glossiness of a dewy look just a smidge, just taking it up that extra notch. It's not an everyday product, but when I want a little extra something something, that's what I reach for, and only in the summertime. Okay, so that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out so much, and I'm almost to 1K, so that's kind of like, it's not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but it's kind of a big deal to me. So yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!